Alright chaps, welcome back to Battle Brothers. Fresh from our glorious victory in that last battle. Tragically, we lost Fei Long. He lasted 4 days, 3 battles, no kills. Unlucky Fei Long. Still, overall, I'm quite pleased. We got that incredible set of armor. Ooh, that's doable. But not right now. What we got there? Some Wiedergängers and some armored Wiedergängers. That's just a walking group of experience. But the lads need time to repair their armor. Only 51 body armor. I mean, it's still doable if I switch around some of the stuff. I only got 39 hit points left on Ronom. He can't take that many hits. How about... see, 192 there, that's fine. And it's a bunch of zombies, so falchions are best against zombies. We go like that, and we let Ronomp use the Stobbie fork. 63 body armor, 65, 51, 68. Let's call that 88 for this fight. There's a full 70 there. Do I want the fighting axe? It's not really that necessary against zombies. What you want is reliable damage. They don't have a whole lot of armor. Of course, the whip won't do anything against the zombies, so swords and spears is the way to go. Polearm and that. If we're fortunate, some of these armored Wiedergängers will have some nice armor that we can maybe stab. My favorite hungover zombies. I'll see how far forward they come, and then we'll move forward and engage, because all of our lads will get to go before they will on the next turn. We just saw from the turn order there, 1 or 2 of these light Wiedergängers will act before us, but for the most part our lads will act first. Oh, we'll have that armor. Although, on the next turn they will have to move 3, so they won't be able to attack next turn. So actually staying put is the better option. Now, if quick hands were still a thing, I could have allowed myself to start without the shield for the extra damage on the first turn and then go to the shield. But, we have to change our tactics. I think I'm happy for that kind of movement, because I can always move Wushrog back, or I can use Brother Moti to rotate. Hold the line, boys, let them come. Wushrog, let them get closer. I mean, a spear wall would have been very good against these zombies, because they qualify as non-sentient enemies. So they will just blindly walk forward into your spears, but when there's armor and maybe like a helmet piece like that coif that you actually want to get, then spear wall, and you're taking a risk that you're going to destroy the armor you're hoping to get by stabbing. I'm going to go ahead and take this high ground, I think. Yeah, because these squares will still be covered by these 2 brothers here. Good job, boyos. I think Michael Stubbs might want to go to his bundle of throwing axes. Ah, stay down. But that lad's actually a concern with that little pickaxe. He can do quite a lot of armor damage. I'm not going to bother attacking that lad. Come on. That should be 1 attack that he gets off. Okay, no attack. Fair enough. I think go to your throwing axes. I really hope that that Wiedergänger takes that spot and not that one. Blocking, Caracal. Let's keep focusing. I would say the high threat, but I have a chance of killing that one pretty easily. I'm not going to bother trying to get that armor. It's at 50% hit points, so it's pretty unlikely that we get it. That piece of armor there is the real prize. Good job, Michael Stubbs. Wait for this lad to come forward and throw that axe there at him. Wushrog, do you not have throwing weapons? You don't. Good shooting. Wait for that guy. In this kind of situation, you don't want to spend action points attacking these zombies that can just nibble you. You want your action points to be going on the ones that actually have weapons. I mean, here's an exception because that guy needs to be the last one alive so that we can dagger him to get his armor. Good, shield block. Owie. I love throwing weapons. I was just gonna say, we'll just attack that dude normally and hope we don't get any headshots, but there you go, that coif is destroyed now. Good blocking, Spunkmeyer. I could have and should have moved forward. You know, that lad needs to be a priority, but Spunkmeyer will hopefully finish off that zombie, and then the other lads can help him with that one. I think Caracal needs to go into tanking mode. Now, if I could, between Nerula, Caracal, and Oakley, we should be able to dagger this guy down. It's not going to be easy, but I can stun him as well. Oh, come on, Spunkmeyer, fuck's sake. Get closer. Bloody annoying zombies. Stay dead. That's going to take forever, but oh well, it's worth it for that armor piece. Other than the reinforced Malhorberg, that would be the best piece of armor we have. Oof. Okay, so on the next turn he will not do any damage. Nice, Wushrog. Come on, Spunkmeyer. That's 82% attacks, and you've missed 3 out of the 4. It's unfortunate. Come on. Oh, whoops. Oh, sorry, Spunkmeyer. Watch where you're shooting, Michael Stubbs. Don't worry about it. Wushrog's got your back. I can't treat that in combat, so just stay where you are. One of these zombies is probably going to get back up. Ronop, is there not a shield on the floor you can pick up here? No. Let's wait until the zombie is completely surrounded before he gets in there. He doesn't have a lot of hit points, and that mace will do a decent amount of damage through armor. Damn it. Get him, boys. Don't damage the armor. $79, missed. Oof, almost. Oh, nice dodge. Wushrog has done work with that crossbow this battle. It'll be very nice if we can get our hands on a tier 2 crossbow for him. And beautiful. There's the basic mail shirt. That's what all that damage we took was worth for. If we're looking to buy this mail shirt in town, we're probably looking at close to 800 gold. So I think that is well worth it. Bunkmire, the great sword user. +3 there is good. He's almost got enough resolve. So let's see. Colossus, he certainly needs rotation. Ronamp was using the axe as a shield breaking solution. And Oakley, you were flailing. 62 accuracy, go ahead and use the falchion. 65, you could also be using a falchion, but it's only 60 accuracy. Go ahead and use one of the boar spears. I do love a boar spear. In one of these battles, when I'm fighting enemies that don't have armor, like Nachtseers or something, I really want to give this battle whip a go. Honestly, I might even hang on to a bunch of battle whips. Because if we're going to be fighting Unhold, I think that's going to be the very best way to kill them. Just stacking those bleeds. My problem with bleeding damage generally, and not just in this game, but in most games, it only takes effect at the end of the turn. So the enemy gets to do the damage it was going to do that turn. Then the bleed ticks, then the enemy typically dies. Which can be quite frustrating. I'd much rather have the outright damage and just kill the enemy before it gets to do that damage. Actually, let's hang on to that and sell it a little bit later. We can get much better price for that. Okay, just paint remover, interesting. Speaking of armor, I feel like I need to start collecting Sele helmets as soon as I can because I need them on my archers and they can be a bit tricky to find. 1800 is a bit much though. I think at this stage I rather want to keep collecting reinforced mail hauberks. Prices could be a bit better here. What is this? Secure Tomb of the Mad King. Give us some time to think. We've got some wounds actually that need to be treated. .88 body armor. Oh, hello. Got some better armor to give out. What am I doing? That's better. That's better. We've even got a 105 body armor there. Brother Moti, you can wear the cultist gear. 55, 56. Actually, okay, well, there is more gear ready to go here for 2 more lads. That will get us up to 11. I think let's certainly get 1 more, get ourselves up to 10. There. Who's here to be hired? Arne the peddler and Carstein the daytailor. I don't mind daytailors, they're cheap enough that if they suck I can just get rid of him. Like this guy, he sucks. I mean, that's very nice resolve, but he's fragile, which is terrible. I think he's an optimist. We've already made Brother Moti our bannerman, so hit the road, Carstein. Being that we need some time to heal, let's head to one of the cities that has a temple. We need time to get some repairs done as well. In fact, if I wait, when that supply caravan hits Windfest, it should become well supplied and prices should change. Let's check it out. Let's look at the prices here. So 250 for tools and supplies. We're getting a much better price here. We can actually go ahead and sell that right now. Although interestingly, let's take a look here. So currently they'll offer us 100 gold for this 76% Skirmish Axe. Let's see if that price changes when the city becomes well supplied. In which case I'm going to regret selling those 2 luxury items. Okay, so apparently you need to be actually accompanying the caravan for that to work. Don't need that. I think the staff slings I can get rid of. Where did that bundle of throwing axes come from? I thought I already have... Okay, sweet. Alright, in that case. Because 2 times 25 to 40 is better than 1 times 30 to 50 when they are nice and close. Okay, what else do we not need? I certainly don't need all these morning stars or the scramosexes. I think I need to hang on to, let's say, 3 sets of armor, but that's very low armor. Let's keep 2 round shields in reserve. Axes we don't need. We've got enough knives. Let's do a quick spear count. I might need a full spear wall on the front line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the front line. I've got 2 spears there. 3, 4, 5 spears. That's a bit low. I should hang on to the next few. Yes, we can repair. Okay. One more lad. I do love a caravan hand. Do we have a caravan hand already? I don't know. I might actually spring for one of these retired soldiers. They don't have great stats, beefy-wise, but they can be great backliners. I think that'll depend. Do I have a shield breaker? I've got 1 there. A mace, great sword, light hammer. I might just go for Eugen here. Let's try him out. It's expensive to try him out, but I want to see... The thing is, if you have a retired soldier in your ranks, you can then feel more confident hiring apprentices, because the apprentices get buffs from the retired soldier. They get plus resolve and they get plus melee skill. It takes you down to 1,600. I think it'll depend on what this guy is. He is a pessimistic Spartan, and the other one is insecure. I like Spartan, but I don't like pessimist. Do we already have a caravan hand? The thing is, we can actually get a retired soldier for cheaper. He's carrying a fair amount of gear that I don't even need. Oh, God, terrible. On second thought, let us not hire any of these lads. This is a silly place. I think I can afford to spend 1,000 gold on tools. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need any of that. That can go. Actually, I shouldn't have sold those. I could have made those into Noctia necklaces. Ronop, I want to accelerate his learning a bit. Weapon-wise, we can just browse. We can't afford anything. Wait, was that a legendary item I saw? No. I am tempted to spring for a long axe, but then that's going to leave us with not enough funds. Actually, these prices aren't bad. 1,500 for a Hauberk. Nope. Let's hit the next city. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a decent brother to hire. Should we beat up these guys for the XP? Let's beat up these guys for the XP. Bloody brigands. More sacrifices for the Dark Lord. Throwing stones. Cowards. We do have to be a little respectful of those Gutendags. They do a bit of damage. I'm going to put Spunkmeyer here, and then we'll have Oakley on the flank. Great damage. I love that you can move, shoot, and still reload now. Okay, these Gutendags could be a bit of a problem. Thing about these thugs, they almost always act before you, but that's fair enough. They're not wearing any armor. Dodge. Wow, I didn't go there and break the shield. Interesting. Miss. Ah! 70%. Get wrecked. That damage. Yes, Brother Moti. Your sacrifice pleases Dovcool. As does your sacrifice, Michael Stubbs. Yes, flee! Ha ha! Never mind, Oakley. Try again next time. Good job, Bushrog. Ow! Just repaired that armor. That's what you get. Bloody thugs. Coming over here, taking our jobs. Hunt them down. $260, yeah, that's a nice little round of XP there. I'm glad I did this little fight. Nice XP and even a dagger. So, highest melee skill must have the dagger. 62, 65 over here. Caracal, level 5. Almost at the 50 resolve that I need. I've got rotation. Caracal, as a shield breaker at level 5. I think I might as well give you Axe Mastery now. Your accuracy could be higher, but I could put you in the middle of the formation now with this fighting axe, and you can just one-shot shields. Ronomp, the light hammer user, plus 4 melee defense. Oh baby. Well, 3 gives. I don't think he needs gifted. He's a light guy, so he will need Colossus. That's a beefy lad. Okay, so there's the resolve I need. I can leave his resolve alone now. Let's go ahead and give him crossbow mastery. I just need to get him a crossbow now. There's some wounds here, boys. We need that temple. What is this? An escort mission. 6 days to the north. It pays a hell of a lot though. It's super unlikely that we can pull this off. What the hell? Why don't we take a punt on it? I mean, the lads are pretty strong. We're going to be stopping past a bunch of cities where we can hire people. Maybe even treat our wounds along the way. We can just abandon the mission if it gets too saucy for us. Ever since I stopped not being so worried about taking the morale hit of abandoning a mission, these caravan missions started getting a lot more tempting. Now, this can take us 6 days to get there. We're getting paid almost 3,000 gold, minus 6 days of salary that it takes us. Oh, Dovkul's presence arrived during a campfire. The rest of the men faded into the aether of infinite black, and a strange entity replaced them. An entity which you could not see, but whose presence was but a penumbra of crossing shadows. It requested a sacrifice, not by speaking to you, but by showing. Oakley, Duelist, and Brother Moti Bannerman. First one melted away before revivifying. Then the other repeated the process until both existed with their hands out and eyes closed. It was clear that Dovkul was trusting you with a choice. When the shadows snapped away, the campfire was blinding. Oakley Duelist and Brother Moti Bannerman were staring at you. Is it alright, sir? So we've got to choose. Oakley Duelist will have the honor, or Brother Moti. Brother Moti, I'm sorry, dude, it's got to be you. You've got 2 permanent injuries already. And I think you know that you will have the honor of meeting Dovkul. The procession is such. Brother Moti Bannerman is flayed alive and pierced with sharpened sticks through each limb and held aloft, spread-eagled over a fire which cooks him until death. Jesus! The men watch his passing in silence, but as soon as one of his charred limbs breaks and collapses his corpse into the flames, the men cheer and hoot and holler. Some pray, others roll around in the ashes of Brother Moti Bannerman. Good God! Some licking it off their fingertips like it was sweets. It is a good night. Brutal. So Wooshrog is now a zealot of Dovkul. Wooshrog is your Furik, Michael Stubbs. I see how it makes the other lads angry. So I want to see, where's Wooshrog? Plus 10 resolve. No morale checks triggered upon allies dying. No morale checks triggered upon losing hit points. Whoa. So if we keep doing that, he's going to get more and more powerful with respect to his morale. Like, right now, I'm not sure that is worth it. But overall, in terms of the campaign, I think that's pretty damn great. Well, look, the rest of the lads are not happy about it, as you can imagine. Who will we have to carry the banner? Tyrone Biggums. Now we really need to hire more lads. Stop in at Vorlin. Oh, what? In your recent travels, the company has unfortunately faced a series of mishaps. This has hit Narula Mace harder than the others. He's been sleeping late, starting fights, and acting insubordinate. That is, when you can find him at all. None of this endears him to you or his comrades, and it didn't help matters when Ronomp Lighthammer chucked Narula's Mace's bedroll into the shallow ditch the brothers had been using for a latrine. It is usually best to let the men vent their unhappiness, and since the company has been having a run of raw luck, you've been tolerant. When this morning you found him gone, it wasn't much of a surprise. Narula Mace has deserted the Bloody Dawn. Well, that is a problem. Fuck. Oh, no. Oops. Shit. Shit. Okay. So we're learning a lot about the about the cultist background. You clearly can't just be just so blasé about sacrificing guys. But I mean, we didn't get an option to not sacrifice anyone. Fuck's sakes, we've just gone down from 9 to 7 boys. Oh, are you kidding me? What? You never figured Spunk by a great sword for the type to desert. But when the dawn comes and he's nowhere to be seen, you realize you were being naive. On every march, he had been falling further and further behind. And every time you gave the order to break camp, he was last to gather his gear and start walking. His equipment had also begun to look ratty. Though he kept his thoughts to himself, in retrospect, his sour looks and disinterest in his comrades made it obvious he wasn't happy with the direction of the company he had been heading in lately. You sound out the other men and discover discontent is on the rise generally. Keep the men well fed and watered like any beast and make sure they get paid on time. And hopefully Spunkmeyer Greatsword will be the last to flee in the night. Okay, this is getting really bad now. If all 4 of these lads leave... Like, I knew the consequences would be bad for sacrificing someone. But come on, lads. What are you, a bunch of bitches? This is for the glory of Dovekul. You know what? Fuck them. We're better off without them. Weak. Pathetic. They do not have the strength to serve Dovekul. Oh my god! In your recent travails, the company has unfortunately faced a series of mishaps. This has hit yada yada yada, Latrine, Ronomp, down to 5. Oh my fucking god. Okay, can we get to, we need to hire new fresh bodies. Oh, crikey. These dudes all suck. Okay, so a messenger will have to do. Messengers get extra fatigue. A miller gets a little bit of extra fatigue. Let's get one more. Rat catchers can be pretty good, but they can also make the lads sick. Gamblers are no good. I do like a bastard, but he's too expensive. Deserters are terrible. He's too expensive. Okay, not bad. This is a very... Actually, never mind, not bad. This is great. He's tough and swift. Sweet. So this is a heavy raider, if I've ever seen one. Honestly, I was thinking and rather hoping that the rewards we would get for serving Dovekul would be better, because that's not great. Holy shit, look at that. This is a light armor something. We'll just have to decide. I do need to keep Theobald alive, though. He's precious. We'll stick Theobald in the middle of the formation. Not bad, not bad. Obviously not good either, but... Still, the other lads are euphoric. Appeased Dovekul. You know what? Fuck them. We're better off without those nerds. They do not have the stomach to serve our Dark Lord. We're better off without them. Weakness! Pathetic. We will treat that wound. There's no one else here I want to hire. Hopefully we can get to the next city and hire someone else. Should I check out the backgrounds? I'm half tempted to pick up that rat catcher. Like, I mean, I know they can make your lads sick, but how horrible is that really? Let's see, backgrounds. Rat catchers. Where's the rat catcher? Rat catchers. Decent fatigue, terrible morale. Why not? We can just fire him if he's no good. We need bodies. And he is predictably pretty terrible. Although we could maybe make him a heavy armor user. I mean, worth 2 stars in fatigue. Like, he could be a passable greatsword user. Of the new lads, none of them have any potential as a sergeant. This, if he had 2 stars, maybe, but Geralt will be a heavy if he survives. Big if. And once we get paid, we can hire a bunch of more lads as well. Because we've got armor for number 9, number 10, and number 11. We've got shields ready to go. We've got spears for them, and we've got daggers and wooden sticks. If I can somehow pull off this mission, we will be in a pretty damn good spot. Can I give that throwing net to Gerald? There's some junk we can sell. That's junk, that's junk. We don't need all of those wooden sticks. 4 will do. We've got spare swords. This is not needed. All that. That's the spare stuff we need. We are okay for food. There's nothing else I want to hire here particularly. Or buy here particularly. Oh, that we have to buy. 325 for basic mail. Yes, please. I didn't accidentally sell that, did I? I think that was just available here. And 240 for a nasal helmet. Awesome. Awesome. The rest of these boys, no, no good. We'll be fine, lads. We'll be fine. And look at that. There's armor ready to go for the next 4 boys that we are going to hire. Right. Onward, followers of Dovecool. Any more of you pigs want a dessert? Speaking of pigs, let's assign some names. Caracal Geralt, random number generator. Number 29. Number 29 is Pumulus Tristus, who wants to be a peasant, so I'll spin again. 103. 103 is Vorenberg. Vorenberg. Welcome, Vorenberg. Just mark that as taken. Next. 115. Arak Windbreaker wants to be a peasant, so we'll spin again. 79 is Oakley, who deserted us. Disgraceful. Number 22. Next, Cultist Malicious Maximus. Welcome, Malicious Maximus. Okay, let's say Malicious Max. It's number 22. I need to mark that off. I think there's 1 or 2 more to hand out, or just 1 more to hand out. Next, spin the numbers. 26. Copanosta. Copanosta. I think this suggests to me that I should be looking to hire cultists on site wherever I can find them, and then if they have terrible stats, just hopefully try to work around that. Oh my word, Caracal. This is getting a little ridiculous. Oh, just a bunch of level 1s on the front. Oh my word. Be faithful, men. Dovecool demands much, but the rewards will be great. Oh my god. Tyrone Buggims, please don't leave. It's gonna be just Michael Stubbs and Woostrog and a bunch of level 1s. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. Is there anyone here who has the fatigue to wear this armor? Not really. Oh, this is fucking crazy. Pathetic. I lacked faith. We're better off without them. Let's just spend some time reorganizing the armor. trying not to think about the fact that the morale is just crashing. Oh my god, look at this. This is unbelievable. But no, I mustn't get too depressed. Do not lack faith. Tough Cool will find that lack of faith disturbing. Can any of you lads break shields? 67 fatigue, 66. You know what? You might as well, Copenester. We're just getting rid of some fat. We're trimming the fat. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. Oh my god, crazy. It doesn't. Oh! It doesn't count as death, does it? It counts as desertion. Desertion! Cowards! How dare you, fucking weakness! Only 5 remain. The 2 brave cultist brothers and these 3 new guys who are like, so, I was talking to the lads who used to work for you, and there's some rumors of a bit of workplace irregularities. No, don't worry about that. We just flayed a guy alive and cooked him over a fire, you know. Standard corporate team building stuff. The new guy edges away from you. Run away! Run away! Daft Cool is testing us. Oh, by the way, where the fuck are we? What is going on? Okay. Daft Cool demands much of us. Be brave, brothers. I know this looks bad. So much so that the game camera can't even remain on the brothers. We're just following a road which doesn't lead anywhere as far as we know. Okay, so a few days ago we had 10 brothers, now we're down to 5. I don't know what to say really. This is definitely interesting. I suppose in the very longest term, it's an overall bonus because the lads who do stay get permanent buffs. It's just making me realize how this player or this background is dependent on being on a map where you have ready access to cultists, because it's been what, 26 days and we got that first sacrifice someone mission. So if we have to put up with that every 28 odd days, it's going to decimate our entire company once a month. So I think we should hang around these cities, the ones that are closer to the swamps, and just look to get literally 12 cultists, nothing but cultists. Now, let's look at the background here of these cultist lads. They presumably, every time you sacrifice someone, if you get like a fresh cultist, the event triggers, I would imagine he then becomes a fanatic. Then the next one triggers, then he becomes a zealot. Then the next one, then another one triggers. Then you get no morale checks. If the level 3 fanatic of Daft Cool is plus 15 resolve, those 2 no morale checks and no morale triggered against fear or panic, then they would be fucking bonkers. That would be so good. Because then if you get a whole squad full of zealots, you would basically be immune to the screaming of the ghosts and maybe even mind control of witches, who knows. Which I hardly need to tell you would be worth all of this shit we're going through. Okay, Bodo, welcome. Let's take a look at you. A star in melee skill and in fatigue is nice. He's irrational, which is So this is a heavy armor wearer. Let's generate a number. Well, look on the bright side, lads. You guys are getting... There's no shortage of names now. That's number 31. We've already assigned Dolmar. Number 17, Einard. For those of you who joined and then deserted just because you saw someone flayed alive, I think you should think about your life and your dedication to the Dark Lord. I think you have some soul searching to do. Maybe you're just not cut out for this whole cultist business. Okay, the money is getting a touch low. I would love to get my hands on that caravan hand. I do like apprentices, but that is a very cheap thief. Let's hire him. Okay, he's nice and defensive. So this, I think we can build as a straight-up tank. Heavy armor, shield specialization, incredibly hard to hit. We'll take taunt on him. Generate another number, 42. David Ironheart wants to be a peasant. So generate again, number 50. Sir Duck. Welcome, Sir Duck. Take your position on the front line. I really want to get one more lad in here. Okay, look, at least our daily rate is nice and cheap. Let's pick up this thief as well, but we need money, and we need it now. Okay, let's generate again. Number 51. Caber Beast. Welcome, Caber Beast. Ooh, hello, hello. Hello, hello. That's a very, very nice thief. It's kind of a pity that he's got stars in range defense. If only those stars were in melee defense. I love Iron Lungs. Should we take a punt and try to make him the bannerman? The concern I have, though, let's just look at the talents table. His resolve is not going to be high enough. Resolve 1 star is 3 to 4, so let's call it 3.5. I think we make him the bannerman, and if we end up losing him, that would be unfortunate, but ultimately not the end of the world. If we get lucky with a little bit of good fortune, Espen might be converted to becoming a cultist, and then hopefully we won't have to see him abandon us. Right, back up to 8 lads. How's the armor looking, boys? So we've got 3 sets. Best armor up top. Like that. That. Wow, we have taken a beating in these last few missions. Actually, we have got a 4th set there ready. Is there a shield? There is. Okay, so that bit of light armor can be sold. I think a lot of it's going to come down to how often we have to put up with that event. It's very destabilizing, it's very concerning, it's worrying, but it's kind of exciting. It's cool to see. I want to see what we can do with these cultists. Anyway, this episode has gone on for too long, friends. Thanks for watching. For those of you who left us, I want you to think long and hard about your lack of faith in Dovekul. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Right, friends, thanks for watching. This is the Bloody Dawn. See you tomorrow.